We are live now. All right. So, talk to me a little bit about where we are at, like in the journey, and what you're up to, and what's been going on, so that I can kind of figure out the best way to help you.
Okay, so I'm 19. I currently just graduated, and I have 2 months and maybe about 1 week or 2 weeks of studying, the basics on YouTube and the terms,
Okay.
and till this day, I'm still doing it, and I don't work Monday through Friday. I'm just home, studying, you know, also studying, about God, and
Good for you.
giving time, yeah, doing those two stuffs, and then
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday, I work in the morning as a construction worker. I work from 6 in the morning, and then depending on what we finish, and we usually finish, around 4, sometimes early 2, but we try to finish before 5 on Saturday and Sunday, and that's pretty much my day in life as a teen. And I have $1,446 saved in my bank account.
Okay. All right. Cool. And remind me, because I know that I get a lot of messages during the day. Was it you that messaged me that said you had you were either expecting a child or you just had a child?
No,
No.
it
Okay.
was. I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure somebody else.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay, so 19, Monday through Friday, you're available, and you spend most of the time studying. Are you going to school?
No, but I did sign
Okay,
up for next year. But if that's not worth it, then I won't go. I was supposed to go this year, but I told them, I kind of made an excuse because I was learning about real estate. But I'm still signing up for next year. But I don't know, if I'm supposed to take it or not.
okay. And where are you located? What part of town?
In the town of Wingate, you know,
Wingate. What
uh,
state?
in North Carolina.
You're in North Carolina. Okay, cool. All
Yeah.
right. Um, Cool. All right. So you have a little bit of an advantage on me in that you're out on the East Coast, and I'll share with you why and how we're going to use that to your advantage in a little bit. And the fact that
Okay.
Monday through Friday you're studying all this stuff, like YouTube University is probably one of the best universities out there. So
Yeah.
I commend you for that. Okay.
Thank you.
Um, Now what we're going to do is we're going to take it a step further, and here's why. A lot of times I see a lot of good people. What they do is they get in this and they start studying and they start watching videos and they watch videos and they watch videos, and
Yeah.
but they never take action. Okay, so what we
Yeah.
want to do is we want to take it to the next level so that we can help you so you can start to take action. That's very, very important. All right.
Yeah.
A couple of things. Number one, we're gonna start working on your social media presence. Okay, that's really, really
Yeah.
important. So from now on all your social media stuff, I don't know if you have any type of a headshot or any type of a image of yourself, but I want you to put something of yourself,
Yeah.
so that way people know who you are. Okay, that's the very first thing, because I think I don't know if it was on what chat feature, but we're
Yeah.
gonna have to upgrade your social profile. Okay.
Yeah.
Second thing is, on all your social profile from now on, I want you to start branding yourself. Now you have the benefit of having a unique name. Okay, I
Yeah.
have the benefit of having a unique last name. So, like, my name isn't Paul Smith. Okay, if my name was
Yeah.
Paul Smith, it'd be difficult for people if they Googled me to find me and know that I'm the real estate investor. So you have
Yeah.
the benefit of having a unique name, but on your social profile from now on, you are going to brand yourself as real estate investor. Okay. I buy
Okay.
houses. I buy land. Okay.
Uh-huh.
These are the things I want you to start updating your social profile with. So if you have an
Okay.
Instagram profile, I want you to do it there. Facebook profile, I want you to do it there. Everywhere from now on, you need to make sure that you're branded so that when people hear your name, they know that you are the guy that buys houses and land. Okay.
Okay. Yes,
So I
sir.
want you to work on that today,
Yes, sir.
and then try to get a professional photo of yourself. It doesn't have to be like headshots. Just
Yeah.
just something with some type of a dress shirt or collar. Now, look, I know that there's some guys that like to do it with caps and t-shirts, and that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're a little younger, and so people will use that against you. Okay,
Yeah.
so because you're a little younger, you're going to have to up your game up a little bit, and you want to look a little bit more professional. That's the first thing. Okay, or the second
Yes,
thing
sir.
now. All right. Next thing, because you're out on the East Coast, what is your in North Carolina? What city are you in? Wingate?
Yes, Wingate. It's like an hour. Yeah, like close to an hour from Charlotte. I don't know if you've heard Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
And
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So you're an hour from Charlotte. What is the population in your town like?
uh, like what do you mean as in population?
Yeah, like I mean, we're talking 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, 5,000, 3,000. What kind of population is your town like? Your city like Wingate?
I would say maybe 5,000 around there.
Okay. All right, cool. So our
Yeah.
market that we're going to target for you is we're going to start going after Charlotte. Okay.
Okay.
That's going to be
Yeah.
your market, the first one that you're going to start to attack. Um, and then what we're going to do, because you are out on the East Coast, we're going to pick some
Yeah.
virtual markets for you too. Okay. So you can start on
Okay.
Charlotte. In Charlotte, do you guys get a lot of snow? Forgive me for my ignorance
No,
because I
we
don't know.
no for snow. No, we barely get any snow down here.
Okay, cool. All right. So then we're gonna continue to focus on your market year round, which is great. Like for the states and the cities on the eastern seaboard that got a lot of snow, what I've been telling them
Yeah.
is as it gets more closer to winter, they're gonna have to shift to a virtual market because it's gonna be harder to sell a lot of these properties during the winter, during the snow. Since you don't have that,
Yeah.
then don't worry about it. We're gonna focus on Charlotte for the rest of the year, all through the seasons. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Now, how proficient are you on the phone?
Like talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at talking to people. I can, if somebody cuts at me or anything, I'm able to hold it and calm the situation down. I'm able to,
Okay.
talk, and I'm not one of them aggressive people.
Good. Okay. All right, cool. So if I gave you a script, you'd be able to look at that script, master it, and then we could like do some role playing together and work on it together. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a script today,
Okay.
so that you have access to it, and then
Yes, sir.
what we're going to start doing is we're going to start doing some role playing. In fact, we do role playing within our group on Wednesdays. Okay. On
Yeah.
Wednesdays we do role playing 9 o'clock our time, which is 12 o'clock your time. Okay.
Okay.
But
And in the morning, right?
well, it would be 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, my time. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. So the script is really simple. The script just goes something like this. Okay. And you be a seller. I'm going to be the guy calling you. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Okay. Hi, I'm
Yes.
looking for Yair, please.
Yes. Hey, this is me.
Hi, Yair. My name is Paul Argueta. Listen, we've never met. Here's why I'm calling. I just came across your property at 1234 Mockingbird Lane, and I wanted to call and see if you would be open to looking at an all cash offer for your property.
Yes. What does that offer look like?
Cool. Okay, good. And I want you to be difficult with me, okay? Um,
Okay.
well, look, Zillow says that the property is probably worth anywhere between 150 to 210 and $10,000. If you saw an offer somewhere in between that range, is that something that you think you might be open to looking at?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you were to sell, I mean, what kind of a number do you think you'd want to see?
Mm, so I would want to see a huge amount. I would want to see around the 2,000.
Okay. So 200,000. So you're looking for about 200,000. Now, Yair, if I can get you the 200,000 that you're looking for, and I'm not saying I can yet because I haven't seen the property yet, but if I can get you that 200,000, what kind of a time frame are you looking at? I mean, are we talking 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months? I mean, what would work for you?
Uh, 30 to 40 days.
30 to 40 days. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I could get you the 200,000 that you're looking for, you'd be looking for about 30 to 40 days. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Now, if I got you the 200,000 and we took about 30 to 40 days to close, what part of town do you think you'd be moving to next?
Mm, I'll probably be moving to you know, another town like not too far away from my house or
Okay.
the property that I'm gonna sell. Like maybe Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay. So if you did sell, then you'd probably move to Charlotte. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So what you're looking for is 200,000. You're looking to move in about 30 to 40 days, and if you move, you're probably going to go to Charlotte. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Okay, yeah, yeah. So here's how we purchase properties, okay? We buy
Okay.
them all cash, which means that you're not going to have to use a real estate agent. There's no agent involved. So you're not going to have to pay any commissions, okay? And in
Okay.
commissions, you're probably going to save about 15 to $20,000 on this deal. So that's great
Okay.
news for you. Now, the second way that we buy properties is we buy them as is, where is. So you don't have to touch the property. You don't have to do anything. We're getting it just the way it is right now, okay?
Okay.
But we will do a home inspection. We're going to check all the big ticket items. Okay, so we're going to check like the roof, the plumbing, the electrical, the foundation, swimming pools. Does the house have a swimming pool?
No, it does not.
Okay, it doesn't have a swimming pool. Okay, so because we're going to do these inspections, is there anything that you can think of that might come up during those inspections?
Mm, as of right now, no.
Okay. All right, nothing comes to mind. Now, Yair, look, I don't know what we're going to do with the property. Okay, I don't know if we're going to fix and flip it. I don't know if we're going to fix and keep it as a rental. I don't know if we're
Okay.
going to fix and keep it as an Airbnb. Really not sure what we're going to do quite yet. But
Okay.
if you were to remodel it, if you were to remodel the house, what do you think you would do to it?
Uh, I would paint some new walls.
Okay, paint
Give it a
some new
new
walls,
color,
new
get some new
color. Okay,
counters,
let's get some new counters.
and what
Anything
else?
else?
I would make small changes like also change the tiles on the floor.
Got it. Okay, so change the tiles on the floor. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And
fantastic.
also the fences in the back.
Okay, the fence is in the back too. Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay. All right, fantastic. So, uh, thank you for sharing all of that stuff with me. Now, I just got one more question for you. So, tell me again
Okay.
why you're selling the property.
I'm in a really like bad situation. I can't I can't seem to maintain this house as it is, and I'm going through a divorce right now,
Got it. Okay.
and I just can't
I'm sorry to hear
keep
that.
up. It's too many things going in my head, and I just can't keep the control of this property anymore.
Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. Okay, Ayer. So here's what we're going to do next. Again, I'm sorry about what you're going through. With your
Thank
permission, I'm going to share everything that you just shared with me with my partner, Steve. Now, Steve,
you. Okay.
Steve sits behind a desk all day. All he does is review numbers. He makes the decisions about what houses we buy and what houses we don't buy. This guy is very, 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 very smart. He's very, very
Okay.
sharp. But the best part about him is he's very nice. He cares about people, and he's just a genuinely nice guy. All right. So with your
Yeah.
permission, I'm gonna pass your information on to him. He may call you as early as today. He may call you in the
Okay.
next 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna tell him that we had this conversation, and I'm gonna share with him everything you shared with me. Is it okay if I do that?
Yes. That's fine.
Fantastic. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to email you some information about who we are, about me, and so that way you know who we are the next time Steve calls and the next time I reach out to you. So, what's your email address? And then they give me the email address. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
that's the script. Okay, that's the
Okay.
script. And I'm going to give it to you in writing as a doc, but that's exactly
Okay.
what we say anytime we call someone direct to seller. Okay.
Uh, okay.
That's it. All right, that's all we do.
Uh,
Now, if you'll notice, I did a couple things. Okay, number one, every
yeah.
time you gave me an answer, I repeated your answer, I approved your answer, and I asked for confirmation. So I kept asking you, "Is that right?
Uh,
Did I hear
okay.
you
Okay.
right? Are you
Yeah.
with me?" And I kept doing that. Why? The reason I do that is because the more I get you to say yes, yes, that's right, yes, yes,
Oh.
yes, the more I get someone in agreement with me, the easier the conversation goes. And I took them
Okay.
through this whole journey until I finally asked them, "Why are you selling?" Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Now I saved that question for last, and the reason that I saved that for last is because I wanted to hear the real reasons. Okay, I wanted to,
Okay.
but if you try to ask someone at the very beginning, like, "Hey, would you look at an all cash offer?" and they're like, "I don't know, maybe," and then you're like, "Well,
Yeah.
why are you selling?" Like it doesn't. There's no flow there. Like people
Yeah.
people people jump from. It's like like when you're dating someone, you're like
Yeah.
you meet them at a bar and you're like, "Hey, can I get your number?" And then, "Oh, by the way, can I take you to my house right now?" And you just met. It's not gonna
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh,
what you have to do is you have to follow the flow of conversation, and before you know it, they're giving you all the ammunition you need to find out if
yeah.
they're a candidate or not. All right. Now here's how we find out if a lead is hot or if a lead is not hot. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, first thing I ask is what price are they looking for? Okay.
Okay.
Now, if
Yeah.
somebody says to me, make me an offer. Okay, that's not a price. Okay. Make me an
Yeah.
offer is kind of like, it's like a, go away answer. Okay. I could have said something else, but I'm
Yeah.
not. All right. Okay. So like, make me an offer. That's not someone who's interested. But if they say, well, I'm looking for about 500,000. Okay. Now
Yeah.
let's say you're on Zillow, okay, and you know that the house
Yeah.
is worth only about 300,000, but they give you some crazy number like 500,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Amateurs are gonna stop right there. They're gonna be like, oh, this person's punking me. Like, well, I mean, what they want 500,000. The house is only worth 300,000. They don't really want to sell. I don't want you to
Yeah.
stop. Okay. I want you to continue the conversation. Most people will stop right after their first obstacle. But if somebody gives you I mean, unless they're saying like 10 million, like, right, that's really crazy.
Yeah.
But, I want you to keep going with the conversation. So if they say, well, I want 500,000, all you're going to do is, got it, 500,000. So you're looking for 500,000. Am I right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
fantastic. Then you move on to the next question. Time frame. So first is price, time
Yeah.
frame, location. So they gave you the price. Now time frame. So you want $500,000, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. If, and I don't know if you caught that I did that, but I do this every time.
Yeah.
If, and I'm not saying I can, but if, and I put emphasis, if I can get you that price, what time frame do you need? Okay, this is
Okay.
like, it's like, for me it's like robotic. Like, I already know. Okay, but
Yeah.
it doesn't sound robotic because I've internalized it so much. But I already know what I'm going to say. So if if I can get you that 500,000, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if I can do that, what kind of a time frame are you looking for? Are we talking 30 days, 60 days,
Yeah.
90 days, 6 months? What are we talking about? And then I wait and hear their response. Okay. If
Yeah.
they tell me 6 months, that's not a hot lead. If they tell me
Okay.
30 days, that might be a hot lead. If they tell me 60 days, it's kind of a warm lead. Okay. But now look
Okay.
what I've got for them. I got a price and I got a time frame. Okay. So
Yeah.
right now it's kind of warm. The last most important part is, where are they moving to next? So that's why when we were practicing, I asked you that question. I said, Yair, if
Yeah.
you were to sell, okay, if I could get you your price and if I can get you your 30 to 40 days that you asked me for, see how like I
Hmm.
keep using your responses?
Yeah.
Then I said, where would you move to next? Okay. I want to
Yeah.
hear what they say. This is a very, very important question. Because if I ask them where you're going to next and they give me another city, they give me another town, they give me another state, if they give me another place, it's kind of a hot lead because in their mind they've already been thinking of where they're going to go. Okay. So that's why it's so important that we ask them, where are you going to go to
Yeah.
next if you sell? All right. Now, if they say, well, I don't know where I'm
Okay.
going to go to next, that means they're probably not that interested because then they don't have any plans of where they're going to go to next. But if I can get something from them, if I can get, oh, we're going to go to Hawaii, we're going to go to Washington, we're going to go to if I get something from them, now I know I got somewhat
Yeah.
of a warm to hot lead. Yeah.
Uh,
So those are the
uh,
three things you
okay.
need. You need price, you need time frame, and you need to know where they're going next. You got those three things, you've got a warm,
Okay.
potentially hot lead, especially if their price is right.
Okay.
Like if you check the
Yeah.
comps and you're like, hey, wait a minute, like this person's kind of on point when it comes to like the price, or if they tell you
Yeah.
under the what the price might be. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. So that's the
That's crazy.
script. Okay. That's direct to
Okay.
seller. So that's where you call. Have you started pulling any lists? Have you started calling any lists?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All right. No problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm going to send you that script. I want you to review it. I want you
Okay.
to practice it. I want you to say it over and over again to yourself. And every day you read it and internalize it so that it just becomes a part of you. You're not going to say it
Okay.
the way I'm saying it. Okay. You're not. Okay. And I'm not going to be able
Yeah.
to say it the way you say it. We have different
Yeah.
vernaculars, and that's okay. Okay. But here's the best part.
Yeah.
The best part is you're going to relate to some people better than I can. And I'm going to relate to some people better than you can. So you're going to be able to get some clients that I can't get, and I'm going to be able to get some clients that you can get. And it's okay. There's enough for
Yeah.
everybody. All right. Because sometimes when I'm talking to people, they're like, well, if everybody's getting phone calls from all these people, how do I know I'm going to get, I'm up against everybody.
Yeah.
I'm up against a competition. Well, the reality is that there will be some business that I just can't get just because the tone of my voice it irritated that person, or I might look like, the guy that broke somebody's daughter's heart, and I remind them of that person, and it irritates them. So like, you never really know. So my advice to everyone is, don't worry about the competition. You just do you. Stay in your lane and start reaching out to these people. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we got to start figuring out what lists that I can start getting you to call. Okay. And I can show you how
Okay.
to download lists and where to get the lists. And sometimes you can get these lists for free. All right. So that's
Yeah.
something that's
Yeah.
easy. All right. The next thing that we need to talk about is prospecting on market listings. Do you know anything about that?
No, I do not.
Okay, cool. You use Zillow though, right? You've been on Zillow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I am going to give you a tool that you're going to be able to use. I'm going to do a screen share really quick.
Okay.
All right. Let me minimize this. And let's open this.
And I
All right.
appreciate you for taking your time to help me out.
Dude, don't worry about it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you this spreadsheet. All right. This
Uh-huh.
spreadsheet right here is worth easily a couple $100,000. Okay. Easily.
Wow.
Right. Here's
Yeah.
why. If you use it, okay. If you don't use it, and it's worth nothing, right? But in the
Yeah.
hands of the right person, this is worth money. So let's go to North Carolina. What I'm giving you is a spreadsheet that has every search term that you can think of that works for our business: investors, wholesaling, creative, whatever it is. So
Yeah.
bank, bankruptcy, cash, confirmation, fixer, foreclosure, handyman, investor, probate, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. These are all words that an investor would be looking for on Zillow. We have created predetermined searches, so all you have to do is come down here and find your state or whatever market you're going to go after.
Yeah.
Where's NC? There we go. North
Yeah.
Carolina. And then we're going to go for cash. So we want cash and North Carolina. You just copy this, paste it in here, and then watch what happens. It does the work for you. It's going to find all the cash properties in that state. The reason it's showing 0 right
Oh.
now is because you have to zoom in.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
okay, you zoom in a little bit, and then now you start to see, boom. All right. Now, going back
Yeah.
to what I said earlier, I want you to focus on the bigger cities. Focus on the big cities. Don't do
Okay.
anything rural. Okay. If you go in the rural areas, even if you get the deal, it's going to be kind of hard to sell. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just stick to what we're good at. Focus on the big cities. So here's Charlotte. So right now in Charlotte and in this area, here's how you do it. You go to remove boundary, you go to draw, and you come here and you just draw around Charlotte. Then you click apply, and now boom. So as of
Oh.
right now, today in Charlotte, there are 6 listings that would be ideal for an investor where they're only looking for all cash offers. So, and I'm going to prove my point. So let's look at this one. This one right here, if you scroll down, let's look where it says cash. Sold as is, that's a good one. Occupants, come and get this. Where's cash?
Yeah.
Huh, it's here somewhere. But clearly this is a fixer. So it meets our criteria. This would be an example of a property that you could get under contract, and then wholesale
Yeah.
this deal. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So the way that you would do it is, you see this, and then all you're going to do is you're going to find the agent. Now, in this case, the telephone number is there. All right. Sometimes the number
Yeah.
is not there. So what you have to do is you have to look up the agent, and you just do a right click and you do search, and then it
Okay.
will find the agent. And then you'll have the agent's telephone number, and you can call the agent. All right.
Yeah.
Now, so when you're watching the YouTube videos and you're doing all this stuff, do you see where it talks about going after on-market properties on the MLS?
Yes. Yes.
That's what this is. And this is the tool that we
Uh,
use that will help you do it. Now, why do you want to go for on-market properties?
because they're a better deal for wholesaling. You can get
They're
them under
already for
contract.
they're already for sale. Like
Yeah.
they're waving a flag. They're saying somebody come buy me. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why you go after these. All right. Now, here's the deal though. This has only
Yeah.
been on the market for 8 days. So there's a good chance that this particular listing hasn't been beat up enough. Okay. So I
Okay.
tend to avoid the listings that are brand new.
Hmm.
Somebody's going to be able to get it and somebody might be able to good deal. But if you're going to
Yeah.
go after newer listings, you have to be a veteran and you got to know how to do it and how to get it. So what I suggest is start with the older listings first. So
Okay.
sort them newest to oldest and then start at the bottom. So here's one at the bottom. Now, this one they're asking for 225,000 and this is a fixer. It's not a bad fixer, but it's a fixer, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Now, this particular property, um, they're asking 225. It's been on the market for how long? 181 days.
Wow.
Okay. So
Yeah.
part of the reason I think it may not have sold yet is because it's really big. 3,200 is a pretty big property. I tend to
Yeah.
prefer to want to stick to bread and butter homes that almost anybody can buy. 3 bedroom,
Yeah.
2 bathroom, 1,200 to 1,500 square foot homes. 3,200 is a big home. That's a big
Yeah.
house, and it's going to
That is.
cost a lot of money to fix. So let's talk about that real quick.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Now, when you're comping, okay,
Yeah.
um, if it's a lipstick fixer, if you hear someone call it a lipstick, that means all it
Yeah.
needs is paint and carpet. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if it's a lipstick fixer, it's going to cost you about 25 bucks a square foot to fix. So 25 times 3,200 is 80,000.
Whoa.
80,000 on a lipstick. That means that's just paint and carpet.
That's a
Okay.
lot.
That's a lot of money to fix. Now,
Yeah.
if it's an average fixer needs paint, carpet, but it needs some remodeling too. So it needs a new kitchen, needs a new bathroom, needs all that. Is usually between
Okay.
45 to $50. 45 to 50. So let's say 45 times 3,200. Now it's 144,000 to
Wow.
rehab this house.
That
Okay.
is crazy.
A house that's really bad, right? Needs
Yeah.
roof, needs foundation, needs plumbing, needs electrical, needs everything, is going to
Yeah.
cost you about 65 to $70. So let's just say 70. Sorry. 70 times 3,200, 224,000 to repair it if it's really, really, really bad.
Whoa.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this one, I mean, I think this is about a 50 to $55 job, $55
Yeah.
square foot job, I think. Right? So
Hmm.
50, let's say 55 times 3,200. Now you're in it about 176. So when people say, well,
Wow.
why hasn't this sold? That's why.
Wow.
Because an
That's a
investor would
lot.
have to get this property at an almost crazy, ridiculous price
Yeah.
um, in order for it to make sense for them. It's just too big. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's so I'm going to use this as practice anyway, just because I want you to understand how to do this. So let's say
Okay.
you find a property that is a good deal, better than this, right? You need
Yeah.
to call the agent, okay? And when you call the agent, you're going to say, "I am a real estate investor." Okay, I'm looking at this
Yeah.
purchase at this property to purchase. I'm interested in buying it. Okay, and then
Okay.
what you're going to say is you're going to ask them a few questions. You need 6 questions that you need to ask them. Number one,
Okay.
is it available? Number two, do you have any offers on it currently? Number three, have you had any offers on it? Okay. Why is that important?
Okay. Because you want to see what numbers they're throwing at the seller.
Exactly. See? Okay.
Yeah.
So if I call Frank and I say, Frank, have you had any offers on it? And Frank's like, yeah, we've had a few offers. My next question is going to be, what do you
To
think?
throw him an offer, or not an offer, but to
I
like
want to
try
I
to
want to
get
know
him
what
down.
those numbers I want to know what those numbers were. So
Yeah.
if I say have you gotten any offers on it? He's going to be like, yeah, we've gotten a few. Okay. Well, what did they offer? Now, some agents will share that with you. Some
Yeah.
agents won't. Some agents will tell you, I'm not going to tell you, right? That's the way
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
are. It just depends. So
Okay.
if they say, I'm not going to tell you, tell them, okay, no problem. Not a
Yeah.
problem. And next question after asking them what price is, what will the sellers do if it doesn't sell? Okay, I want
Okay.
to ask them that. Okay, what
Okay.
Frank? What will the sellers do if this house doesn't sell? I want to hear what they say, and if they say, well, they'll just hold on to it as a rental, or they'll just rent it. If they give me
Yeah.
some kind of an answer like that, what that tells me is either the agent's not motivated or the sellers aren't motivated, and this property might not be for me. But
Oh.
If Frank says they have to sell, they need the money. They got to sell this property. They're going to have to sell this property.
Yeah.
Now at least I know, okay, I've got a little bit of negotiating power. This could potentially be an opportunity. But you don't know that until you ask those questions. So, Frank, is this property available? Frank, do you have any offers on the table? Frank, have you gotten any offers? Frank, what did those offers look like? Frank,
Yeah.
what will the seller do if it doesn't sell? What will the seller do if it doesn't sell? And last question is there any flexibility in price? And then I wait and hear what the agent says. So after
Uh,
I've asked all those questions, then what I do is I say, okay, Frank, thank you for sharing all that stuff with me. I'm going to crunch my numbers. I'm going to go back and I'm going to analyze this. And if I do submit an offer, Frank, is it okay if I reach out to you? Can you represent me on this deal? And then I wait and
okay.
see what they say. I never spit out a price during the first call because I
Yeah.
don't want to give them a price that is going to insult him or her as the agent or make them mad. And sometimes a
Yeah.
lot of people will just call these agents and they'll be like, "Hey, listen, I want to make an offer for 85,000 on this property or for 60,000 on the property." Well, the agent's going to be like, pound rocks. Like, why do you know,
Yeah.
there's nothing invested in them, and you haven't gotten any information from the agent. So before you start making these offers, first talk to the agent, call the agent, get a hold of them, extract information. Then we come
Yeah.
back and then we crunch our numbers.
So we want to build a relationship with them.
Got it, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Then you know what you can get away with in terms of your offer. But you don't know that until you talk to the agent.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to pick up the phone and you got to talk. Now, if I call the agent doesn't answer, I shoot them a text message, and the text message is very simple. It's Frank, is 1234 Mockingbird Lane still available? Question mark. My name, Paul Argueta, comma, interested party. And that's it. That's all I do.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Wow. Yes,
So
sir.
I just taught you two things now. I taught you direct to seller. I taught you the script. Okay. I haven't taught you how to
Yeah.
get lists or any of that stuff, which is fine. That's probably going to be for another time. And I
Yeah.
taught you how to go after on market listings. Okay. So
Okay.
here's what I would do if I was you. All right. If I was young,
Yeah.
single, you're not married, right?
No.
If I was young, single, and hungry, okay, here's what I
Yeah.
would do. I would start working my way in my backyard, which is like the Charlotte market. Start working this market over here, okay,
Okay.
and some of the bigger cities too. You've got some other big cities in your state. You got Greensboro, Durham, Raleigh. Those are still some big cities. You can work those markets. Fayetteville, right? These are big cities. Start working
Yeah.
those markets. Then as the day shifts, then what you can start doing is you can go down south, right? If you run out, because uh, I have other ones, right? You can do foreclosure, you can do handyman, investor. You can look for all these phrases in your state, in those cities, okay? But
Yeah.
eventually there comes a time where you might run out of opportunities in your backyard, okay? So then what you do is
Okay.
you start working virtual markets, all right? So if I was
Oh.
you, then I'd say, okay, fine, I ran out of opportunities here. You check every day anyway. Every day you
Yeah.
check and see what are some of the new ones, okay? Then you work your way down and you can start going into other time zones, okay? So instead of North Carolina, you can now start working like Oklahoma. It's a different time zone, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you work from like 9 to 12, your time zone, or you can even work from like 9 to 5, your time zone. Then you take a break in between, you have your
Yeah.
lunch, you have your dinner, right? Do whatever you got to do, go hit the gym, whatever you want to do, okay?
Yeah.
Then the cool part is that because you're 3 hours ahead, in theory, you could actually be working up until 11 o'clock at night, contacting people in other markets and in other states, like Oklahoma, like Texas, like Denver, like Utah, like Arizona, like Cali, like Nevada, like Idaho and Oregon. You just have to pick the biggest cities in those markets, and you could attack it. So
Yeah.
if I was younger, right, knowing
Yeah.
what I know now, I could, in theory, be doing this, take my break, hit the gym, have my dinner, have my lunch, and then be going all the way up until about 11 o'clock working and contacting other listings in other states and other markets.
Ah. Okay.
All right. I just blew your mind a
Yeah.
little bit, huh? A
Yeah,
lot of
but
people didn't.
the good thing is I understand it because like it's not too hard to me.
Good, good. All right. So, anyway, I'm gonna share this video with you. Stop
Okay.
sharing. Okay. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to, and then I'm going to. Are you part of our Facebook group yet?
Yeah, I joined whenever you gave me
Okay, cool.
the.
All right. So I'm going to share the video with you. I'm going to put it on our Facebook group so that you have access to it. We got to change your profile. The profile is nothing but a booty.
Yeah, it was like it was one of my old pictures. I never end up changing it, but
Dude, it's okay. We're all young at one point, all right? So I get it.
yeah.
We got to clean up your social media profiles, right? Okay, we got to do all that. Let's change your name too,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
on Google it says Xanax. Anyway, I got a 24-year-old, a 25-year-old, a 24-year-old, 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, and an 11-year-old. So I know. And trust me, I see this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Let me think. I think that's about it for now. Okay. Whatever else you
Okay.
need, you message me. I sent you a text message. You have my direct line. So let's start with this stuff.
Yeah.
Get the scripts down. And then what I'll probably do is I'm going to introduce you to Edward, who's on my team. Okay, and he can start helping you
Okay.
on the next steps too. Okay, so we can help you build your business.
Okay. And
All right.
should I, yeah, since you're giving me free education, should I send you money or something? Do you want anything in
Dude,
return?
let's just get some deals. Yeah. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get some deals. Let's
Yes, sir.
create some success stories. We'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I
Okay.
appreciate that.
All right. Yeah. Have a good day.
Okay.
Practice these scripts today. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna change my everything. I'm gonna change all my social media
Let's
to
start doing that
professional.
today too. Yeah. Please.
Okay.
All right, bud. Take care.
You too. Thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.